off and maybe the Canelo fight, maybe some bad decisions in his career, like as far as fights and things like that. But he's got underrated skill and speed, and honestly, he's gonna be a hard fight for anybody, especially Terrence coming up in the new weight class. It's gonna be a great fight for both of them.
Do you feel that speed?
Oh man, dude, that's the thing. That was what was great about me sparring with him, because you don't really get that much speed from anybody else. You know what I mean? So being in the ring with him, and what people don't really know about me yet is I do have. I lean towards being a defensive fighter, but you guys haven't really seen that yet. Just being in the type of fights I've been in so far, it's just been more like knockouts. But being able to use my defense against his speed, it's just a different type of timing that you got to adjust to. So that was really good for my young career. You know what I mean?
Now, J-Rock is, so I'm assuming that you train with J-Rock out at Snack.
Yeah.
Can you talk about Snack? Because I've been real skeptical of him. Just explain Snack overall and what the hell goes on in there.
Well, I'm not affiliated with Snack as far as like actually I never really trained out of that gym, but I went when he had camps. I'd be a sparring partner. But I mean, I've been there a lot of good people. I mean, I don't know about all the other stuff, the allegations and things like that. I couldn't really say. I don't think J-Rock's a part of any stuff that has gone on in that facility or anything like that. I know them pretty well, so I wouldn't say that I would pass that on to anything. You know what I mean?
Joey, what do you feel about Spence versus Garcia?
Spence versus Mike. Oh man, I'm a big fan of both. Spence is probably my favorite welterweight. He is my favorite welterweight probably. Him and Shawn Porter are my favorite welterweights. But Spence, compared to Mikey, I think he's just too big because they're pretty equal in skill. You know what I mean? But Mikey's got, the heart of a champion and the mindset of a champion. He's got, a great mentality going into it. But so does Spence. They're both super mentally tough dudes. So it's not even like you got a mentally tough dude going up against a real talented, maybe mentally weak dude. Like he's real strong-minded too. So it's a crazy matchup. But he's got balls. You know what I mean? So he's gonna go up and try his best to do his thing, and hopefully he can get it done. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna ask you, just as a fighter, you know how difficult it is to move up just one division, let alone him moving up two. Like you said, fighting the man at the division. I feel like Mikey, regardless, is getting a lot of respect from the boxing community for that.
Yeah, he is, because that is something that a lot of people aren't willing to do. You know what I mean? That's something I've always respected, and that's something that you'll see me doing as I first conquer one division, and then when I do that, then I'm always going to look to move up and take the next challenge. I'm not just going to sit in one division and try to just sit there forever. You know what I mean? Conquer one and then move up and try to take the next, because that's what real fighters are supposed to do. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with staying at your division while it's time, while you can still make the weight. But I'm just saying, eventually move up, take those other challenges. It's what it's all about. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be warriors. We're supposed to move up and take on any challenge. You know what I mean? So eventually, that's how it's going to be.
What's the biggest challenge in the game that you're looking forward to? You're already talking about moving up. Obviously, you need a win on Sunday.
Yeah.
But what's the biggest challenge out there that you're looking towards?
Well, I probably got a good 2 years till I'm in, fighting for titles. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing where the divisions are at that point. But I mean, all of them, Charlo, Harrison, all of them in the future. If they're still there, then obviously that's where I want to be one day. You know what I mean?
Okay. What was your thoughts on that Charlo Harrison fight up from a couple weeks ago?
Oh man, it was a good, close fight. I mean, when I looked at it, I thought that Charlo won at first, but then I went back and rewatched the fight, and I thought actually Harrison did some great work, and I think it was actually, you could agree with that decision.
Joey, Spence, Crawford. If that fight ever happens, how does that go?
Now that's like a 50-50. Those are my two favorite fighters in the game right now, other than Canelo. So the active fighters, they're great, and it's really just going to come down to who executes best in their performance that night. You know what I mean? That's really where it comes down to.
Jaren Hurd potentially could be signed anytime now. J-Rock.
Yeah.
Who wins that fight? Break that down.
I hope J-Rock gets it, because he had that mishap with Charlo, you know what I mean? But I know he works hard, and I would really like to see him get that win. I don't really know Hurd that well, so I'm kind of biased towards J-Rock. I've been cool with him for a while now, you know what I mean? So hopefully he can get it done and get that title. You know what I mean?
Does Andre Ward come back? Based on what you know about it.
I could go both ways about it, yes and no. I know he's living it up right now as far as just like making easy money and relaxing with his family. I don't see why he doesn't need to come back, obviously, but he's also a warrior and a competitor. So if he sees a big enough challenge, I know he'll want to come in there. You know what I mean? I never got to get in the ring with him. No, I never got to get in the ring with him. But looking back, I wish I would have gotten it. I wish I would have.
Seeing him up close, obviously the rumor was he was going to move up to heavyweight.
Yeah.
Do you feel his frame and all that? You see him in the gym, obviously before he's cutting weight, all that. Like,
yeah.
Do you feel that he'll be able to carry that weight fine and still be effective?
I think he can make the weight, but I think less of what weight will have to do with the fight if he moved up to heavyweight and fought someone like Joshua, more to do with his defense and elusiveness and stamina, because these dudes can't, I don't think, carry they might have a lot of advantages against him, but I don't think he's got the stamina that he has, the footwork, the movement, the speed, the agility, the defense. He's a master in the ring, you know what I mean? A lot of people, most people only get to see these guys fights, you know what I mean? But seeing this dude in the gym, he's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. I've been around a lot of champions and things like that. Andre Ward is just unbelievable.
Explain why do you say that? Like, what is there a moment that happened, or just what is it
Every
about
day.
watching?
There's no moment about it. I've been in a couple of his training camps, and I've never seen him have a day where he's not on point. You know what I mean? And that's something that's rare, because you have on days, off days. But what he's able to do on those days where he's fatigued in the ring, sparring, or just carrying to his other training and things like that, the pace that he's able to keep in the in the dog days of training in the 4th and 5th week, where it's the hardest. It's just unbelievable what he's able to do with his mind and what that carries him, you know what I mean, through so much further than a normal guy can carry himself to, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Does that stick with you through your training camp?
Oh, I think about it every day. I don't even know if he knows how much I think about it. I think about it every day. Every day that I train, I think about how he carried himself in the gym.
It seems like a priceless gift almost. Seems like
Yeah, it's a gift. Can I put you on the spot? Ward, my last interview with Andre Ward was Kovalev, and he said he wanted to move to heavyweight. How would Andre Ward do against Deontay Wilder?
I think it would be easier for him than Joshua. Not saying, when I say easier, I don't mean it'd be an easy fight. I mean it'd be almost a better stylistic fight to go after, in my opinion, at heavyweight than Joshua. Because Joshua at least is a little bit more precise. Deontay gets off with, you saw what happened with Fury, you know what I mean? Because Deontay gets off with, you know what I mean, the wild shots, the whatever. And a lot of times that can be guys' kryptonite, especially at heavyweight, because they're a lot slower, a lot less athletic. But with Andre being so athletic, he's what people don't understand is what Fury was able to do as a huge man. It wasn't about power, it wasn't about strength, it was about movement, jab, speed, things like that. And Ward's gonna have that compared to Fury times 3. You know what I mean? That's the difference. So he's actually might be able to, do something with that fight if he were to take it, because those wild shots coming in, his jab, his movement, things like that.
So Ward wins?
I honestly would.
You about to go viral.
I'm just I would ride with Ward through anything.
Okay, I
Wow.
heard you. Okay.
Good answer. Well done.
But I truly believe he can win. Nobody's got the mind that Andre Ward's got in the sport.
You said Canelo's your favorite fighter right now.
Yeah, one of them.
Why is that?
Because honestly, ever since I was younger, a lot of people have compared the way that I fight in the ring. They see some things that Canelo does in me. Mainly because I'm not a mover. I don't really move that much, but I'm also a defensive